It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Adam, list of things to do before you die. Wake up from a coma in your hospital room. Rip all your IVs out. Stand up. Say, I don't have time for this shit. And walk out. Get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
I think The Rock did that in Fast and Furious, like 7 or something. He literally flexed himself out of his cast. Yeah. He just went, and I'm like, all right, but you're supposed to have that on for another 9 weeks. You're okay now? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I flex myself out. Mm-hmm. All right, what's going on?
In the news, New York City jury found Daniel Penny not guilty Monday of criminally negligent homicide in the choking death of Subway performer Jordan Neely.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this story, and I was thinking back on a movie that nobody's seen, but you should, which is Earthquake. You ever see the movie Earthquake?
Yes, I did. Yes. The Rock was in that one? Different one?
San Andreas.
Oh, my bad, yeah.
Now, the San Andreas fault causes the earthquake.
My mistake, yeah.
No, I'm talking 1970s Chuck Heston.
I caught a part of it, yes. When I was a kid, I watched it in reruns. I did like that movie.
You got to see Chuck
like Charlton Heston.
Yeah, he's really almost as Heston-y-esque in this movie. And in this movie, and it's an Irwin Allen thing, and it's a big disaster thing, and it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. And so, every time I saw Daniel Penny, and we can find a picture of Daniel Penny, the blonde guy, fit, curly, sort of inexplicably curly blonde hair, and ex-Marine, I started thinking about a character in Earthquake. And there was a character that was in Earthquake that was, and I don't know, I mean, we can figure this out. Marjo Gortner, character actor, did tons of stuff in the 70s and 80s and all that stuff. In the movie Earthquake, they made it really weird. He worked at a supermarket, but he was a reserve. Mm-hmm. And he was an Army Reserve guy. And he had these guys in his building that were like old school Italian punky kind of thuggy guys, and he'd come home from work and they'd razz him and they'd make jokes about him being gay back when, that was a strike, before the Hilton and Burbank had the hate-free zone, when it was on. And they would make fun of him like, oh, gay guy. Hey, they're like sitting on the stoop, guys. Yes. Like three guys at Paisans. Hey, where you going, gay guy? Hey, come back here, pretty boy. Like stupid movie thugs, sure, that don't really exist.
One-dimensional.
And never pose a threat because they never get off the fucking stoop. They just sit there the whole time making fun of people that walk back and forth. Yeah. So he goes in there. But when he goes into his apartment, he's got a lot of pinups of like bodybuilders, like greased up bodybuilders, which, listen, as a 9-year-old struggling with his sexuality, I was sort of like, wait a minute, he is gay? Or they're making fun of him? They're calling him gay? Or he is gay? Or he likes bodybuilding? Or something. There's a very weird, sort of confused sexuality about his character. Then his character has Daniel Penny hair. Like Marjo Gortner looks like Daniel Penny in real life. He has the curly hair, but in the movie he puts a blonde, weird Marilyn Monroe wig on. I don't know. Show me a picture. I was wondering how this connected. It's gonna connect. So it's gonna
perm.
All right, now we have him in his stupid wig picture when he's in the National Guard, but there's the picture of Marjoe Gortner in his regular hair, like his headshot, which I'll show you, which is Daniel Penny. Like they're the same dude. And Daniel Penny was a ex-Marine guy who turned into sort of vigilante. Marjoe, his character was when the earthquake broke out. Do we have Marjoe? Yeah, no, that's him.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
It's the Daniel Penny of his day. He had the same weird. You didn't see guys with the blonde naturals.
Curly
that
locks.
Much. Yeah, but that's who he was. So I kept looking at him, and then I kept picturing him in his outfit, in his uniform. So you know what he did in the movie? The earthquake broke out, right?
Yeah.
And the thugs who hung out on the stoop, they went out looting.
Yeah.
And then he went and got his military fatigues on and his gun because he was a reserve.
Yeah.
And this is an emergency.
Yep.
And for some reason, he put a fucking wig on. I don't know why he did that. I mean, a weird blonde wig. The actor had blonde hair. I don't know why he had to put a Doris Day type wig on. And then he went out, and guess what? All the guys have been calling him a homo. He caught him looting. And he's like holding this M16. He's like, by law, I get to shoot looters.
Oh, what?
And they're like, oh, hey, man, we're just kidding about sucking dick. Like it was a weird scene to put in your movie, and he was a weird character, and I don't know why we had to weave in his
not gayness?
His not gayness or sort of weird sexuality into it with the wig and the greased up bodybuilder guys. But anyway, Daniel Perry. I know I'm not the first guy to say it, but he is the Marjoe Gortner of his time.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's been saying
his
that.
name in the movie, Jody Jode.
No. Oh, my God.
Oh, and they'd be like, Jody, that's a girl's name. But okay. Why in his apartment did he have dudes on posters and stuff? And can you find the scene where they're like making fun of him after he comes home from his shift at the Hi-Ho Market? They follow him like up the stairs. Like, also, I'm always curious who the unemployed guys are who just sit on staircases. They sit on cement stairs all day on the off chance some homo walk by and I get to yell something at him. Like, you're 31. Shouldn't you be pursuing something? It's a weekday. You got to work, right? Like, why?
In the hood, that's like a normal thing. I've seen it.
That's in the hood. These are white guys. We're better than that. Yeah, they're making fun of him. He comes home. He goes up the stairs, and when they go into his apartment, bodybuilder guys, posters everywhere, all greased up.
You know, a lot of movies, especially back in the day, seemed like they had like a thinly veiled message, like, "Hey, if you're gay, don't worry, one day you'll get to have an M16." Like it was a weird comeback kind of story.
This is a Irwin Allen big disaster type film,
but they can
from the
sneak it in
70s. I didn't fly under my radar. I was bummed. I was bumped by it.
The only time I'd ever heard of Earthquake was if you go to Universal, right? They made
the ride after the movie.
Yeah, and then they're like, "That's from Earthquake," and I was like, "What's Earthquake?"
Yeah. Does that scene exist anywhere?
We're trying to find it.
It's probably toward the middle of the film. They had a bunch of vignettes going on. He worked at the supermarket, and for some reason would put a blonde wig on over his blonde hair before he reported to his military duty. But all right, they found him not guilty.
Yeah, Daniel Penny was found not guilty. You know, he was sued at the same time as, by the victim or, the victim's father.
Yeah, the one who abandoned him and let him live on the fucking subway and do drugs all day.
Exactly,
and terrorize people. Good dad.
My connection with this is the K2, which is spice, which is synthetic cannabinoid. It's like weed, only in that it kind of is like a cannabinoid, but it puts you into outer space.
That's what he was on.
Disassociate. It makes you disconnect with reality.
Yeah, but he was a honest homeless guy. Look, as I said to Gavin Newsom where you sat many years ago, it's all drugs. It's all mental problems and drugs. They previously housed, and we need to build more shelters, and we need more outreach programs. These guys are hardcore drug addicts who are out of their fucking mind. That's the problem. That's who sleeps outdoors. That's who you're dealing with. So fucking get used to it, admit it, and deal with it. And calling them previously housed does not help. Calling them current junkies is the way to go. This guy was fucking out of his mind. He needed help. And he was schizophrenic, I think.
Yeah, that schizophrenia can be a byproduct of this K2. I've seen it myself, where people start off pretty normal and then they smoke that stuff, and it brings out the mental illness worse.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, if these guys are going to run around the subway yelling, "I'm going to kill people and I don't care if I die today," there's shit's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
but I
dangerous,
appreciate the politicized DA.
Yeah, and the interesting part is I looked into all this even deeper, and the way that different news outlets are covering it, like you said, CBS was covering it like, oh, this unhoused person.
He's a Michael Jackson impersonator. I know. I love the euphemisms. I love when the fucking racist from Black Lives Matter's like, so for the crime of dancing on a subway? No,
he was
for the crime of threatening everyone on the subway's life.
Scaring everyone.
That's
and
what you did. Not for being loud. Not for being loud.
No.
You're loud.
Saying people.
I can be loud.
I'm going to kill you.
No, not for being loud.
Yeah.
For telling people you're going to kill them when there's kids and women.
And then
on the
Fox
subway.
covered the point that in the courtroom after the verdict was read, that the BLM protesters kind of threatened the people who were clapping in happiness. And
fuck BLM. They're done. The BLM's done. Like COVID masks are done. Like trans shit is done. It's just all done. It's all, you guys are done. You got to move on to a new grift. You have to find a different way to make money off of people by victimizing them. You're done with this particular grift. Could have kept it going longer, but you fucking bought houses and shit in Topanga. Man, I wish I could drive through Topanga.
Yeah.
Those are the days. I wish I could take Topanga down to PCH and turn right and go home.
You cannot? Oh, you mean because of the fire?
That is correct. That chick from BLM bought a house in Topanga, and Topanga is the motherfucking whitest place in the United States. It is much whiter than Beverly Hills or Hancock Park or any hoity-toity neighborhood, even Malibu. Specifically, Topanga Canyon is probably the whitest per capita area, and you chose to buy a $6 million house in Topanga. But yet, what's the problem with white people? And why not just buy a place, in Compton? We can be around your people and be safe. Where you don't have to feel like other or deal with people that are scared of those who look different than them. All right, where's that clip? It's got to be somewhere.
We're pulling down the whole movie from Amazon, which is the only place it's available.
Okay.
We'll put it on your screen when we got it.
It's powerful. All right, so good for him. Yeah. I think he's going to get an endorsement with MyPillow. I think Mike Lindell's going to fucking sign that guy up.
Step up,
and give him a pillow deal. Maybe his own signature choke-out pillow.
That's really dark.
These guys, they're going to do something, right?
So
he will probably be able to sue the city of New York because the judge got over his skis and made a bad call once they came back, like hung on something. He gave him some instructions.
Yeah, that was
were
the interesting part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting when judges and DAs try to railroad taxpayers and Americans into jails for when they start bending the law to get innocent people incarcerated. That seems a little weird, but I guess it's what they do. But he'll probably have a lawsuit against Alvin Bragg in New York and the judge, because the judge gave instructions and then went against his own instructions and sort of made it up as he went along. All right, good. He's out. It's good. And then his parents are going to sue Daniel Penny, although Daniel Penny doesn't. It's right in the name. It doesn't seem like he has. He doesn't have much. Yeah.
It's strange. Yeah. The whole thing.
And also, I don't know. I guess everyone can just sue everyone now. But if your kid's on synthetic marijuana and running through through the subways threatening people, and also, I don't know, punched some woman in the back of the head and got arrested before that, and then got detained, and then got put to a rehab center, and then left the rehab center. I don't know. Maybe that's on the family. That's all. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah
Silverman. She says she's become less political because no one wants to hear from celebrities anymore. Yeah, she was.
I like that Hollywood has figured out that no one wants to fucking hear from their preachy asses anymore. I love that. I like Sarah, but yeah, Hollywood, shut up and listen to me.
Yeah, she previously was very involved in politics, as you know.
Well, she liked Bernie Sanders, so she clearly didn't know what she was doing.
It seemed like back then, everyone liked Bernie Sanders. Rogan had him on. It was like a big kind of cultural revolution.
He's a fucking communist retard. Has never worked a day in his life and was thrown off a kibbutz for being too fucking lazy. So fuck Bernie Sanders. But look, if you want to destroy the country, then listen to Bernie Sanders. If you don't want to destroy the country, then don't listen to him. He's a fucking preachy old sack of shit. Other than that, I don't have an issue with him, but I just mean, can we get over our shit? He's a fucking communist. He's a fucking communist who wants some version of that brought here, which will destroy our economy and our country. So fuck you if you support Bernie Sanders. I know you think it's cool. You got your Che Guevara shirt. Yeah, cool. It's cool. It's all cool until you have to fucking live under the thumb of this asshole. So fuck him. And don't these people ever die or go away? Do they ever retire? They just, Bernie Sanders, I'm going to be 87 years old, and then I'm going to turn on the news and Bernie Sanders said today. I'm like, Pelosi, Sanders, Biden. Like, do they ever? You understand, since we were in high school, it's been Bernie Sanders and Pelosi and Biden. It's like they're just there.
I know. Yeah,
they're just like fixtures.
It's weird, yeah.
Does anyone age out? Does anyone retire?
I think people are now caring about politics more and like getting involved more, but like because people don't really give a shit about politics, certain people get to harness power and then just float in the background of society, being part of, oh yeah, that's them. They're making money off the stocks, and they're, you know.
Bernie Sanders is cool if you're rebellious and you're an artist and you don't fucking know anything. But if you really just go, what would this society be if Bernie Sanders had a magic wand and we all lived in it? It would fucking suck. So fuck that guy. And also, what's he done? What jobs has he created? He's constantly worried about this guy. This guy makes all this money. He pays less taxes. Elon Musk does. Hey, Bernie, what have you done? What jobs have you created? What innovation? Or you sat on your fat ass and complained for the last fucking 50 years while exalting the virtues of Russia? How about you shut the fuck up and create something? Start a business. Employ somebody. Pay for something other than your own shit or your second house, you fucking asshole. Ooh.
Here we
Marjo
go, baby.
Gortner.
We're waiting for earthquake.
He's coming back.
Where's them cantaloupes?
We asked you for some free cantaloupes, Jody.
Say, my friend, what kind of friend are you?
Still playing Soldier
He
Boy,
wants for-
Jody?
That's right, we saw on television. When you gonna go play Soldier Boy? Say.
All right, hold on a second.
Wait,
First,
I didn't
these
hear
guys-
any gay slurs.
These guys have Down syndrome. Hold on. Hold on. Number one. You know what's funny? The bullies, and you know this better than anyone, the bullies in movies, it was like Fonz. The Fonz was this way. Kelly Leak from the Bad News Bears. The list goes on and on. There was like Chachi, cousin from Joe. The tough guy, Squiggy and Lenny, the tough guys won about 145 pounds and gave away 4 inches of height to regular dudes. Like, hey, tough guy. Henry Winkler's a miniature,
He's small,
not well-built man. And Kelly Leak, like the tough guy from the Bad News Bears, was the smallest, skinniest guy on the diamond. Why do they get to be the tough guys? You know what the answer was? They smoke. Which gives you an advantage in the ring, right?
Right? Yeah.
If you can ride a dirt bike, if you can ride a motorcycle and smoke, you beat the shit out of any MMA guy. I don't care if fucking Brock Lesnar shows up. You put that cigarette down, put the kickstand down, and start whooping some ass.
Flick it in his face.
I'm pretty sure Kelly smoked while riding.
He smoked while
the dirt
riding.
bike.
Yeah. Every bully was smaller than this guy, and they're just sort of weird central casting white guys.
Yeah.
So this guy's apartment is filled with like war memorabilia and machetes and weight.
Yeah.
All right, it's a little creep.
I thought when you said, he had a wig, like that was his choice for the role.
No.
He's got
Why
a
did he
wig.
put it on?
Like in the movie.
Yeah, he has like
put
a-
the wig on.
Why do you need to put Doris Day's blonde wig on to
Yeah.
go out and provide protection for the community? All right, they didn't go homo here, but hold on. There may be more. I don't know. Build himself like a locker.
Oh, okay. There's women involved.
Got a naked chick. Well, semi-naked poster chick.
Yeah.
There's going to be some work out there. I don't know why he's fixing his hair and then putting a... And I don't know who he's supposed to be. He's got Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah.
He's got Vince Durando working out. These guys come in.
What?
What?
Was it true that blondes have more fun?
Got a wig. What's Lenny Kravitz doing that?
Yeah.
There's white Lenny. All right, pause. If that guy wasn't known as white Lenny Kravitz, I don't know. Okay. You have cop sunglasses and you didn't button your shirt all the way up. It doesn't make you tough when you're 5'9" and 162.
I want a jean jacket like
It
this
used
guy.
to just be like, listen, why can I kick your ass? I own boots, I smoke, and I have a dirt motorcycle.
Yeah.
So look the fuck out. All right, wait, go back. They're calling him homo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Say, Jody, you fag.
If I'd known you was a
Oh,
fag,
wait,
Jody,
wait, go back a little bit.
Oh,
I want you to apologize to me, Joe.
got a beep
There's
that.
definitely a sexual component to this movie. Yeah, you said he didn't say anything.
I asked for the slur, and
right.
he gave the slur.
There we
My
go.
bad.
Sorry.
And I told you he was a fag.
Wait, go back a little bit. All right, there we go. Sorry.
Was it true that blondes have more fun? Oh, no, look at that. I told you he was a fag. Say, Jody, you a fag.
if I'd known you was a fag, Jody, I'd have been up here before. Could've
Hold
used
on,
the money.
pause it. I'm 9.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood going, I thought this movie about earthquakes. What the fuck's going on? Why are you scrambling my sexuality with this sea story that's going on here? There's supposed to be buildings collapsing and people falling into ravines.
I know.
That's a weird sexual Jody with the blonde wig and pictures of bodybuilders and guys dropping F-bombs everywhere. What's going on in the middle of this film here? From 74 or something?
Yeah.
I was 9 years old watching this shit, getting my brain scrambled. All right, sorry. Run it back. You got to run it back about 30 seconds. Let's see. All right, I'll let it run through. That's good. So they're in his creepy apartment. You guys all going to watch this film now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Gonna watch this film. Why does he have to put the wig on?
Was it true that blondes have more fun?
And why does he leave his door wide open when he's got these goons wandering the halls?
Say, Jody, you a fag.
If I'd known you was a fag, Jody, I'd have been up here before. Could have used the money.
All that.
Hey,
Left, right. Let's decorate the warrior.
Dumping trash on it. All right, hold on a second. Does his room have a door on it? Like, why wouldn't he shut the door
No,
when he
this is
walked
like
in?
a rooming house. I just
It's a
figured
rooming
it out.
house?
It says rooms for rent.
I did see that, but he did enter his room. Even rooms for rent have doors, right?
Yeah, he has a door right there, clearly, but I don't know. He just
Shut the door before you put the gay wig on, Jody. And then I don't know, who are these guys, and what's it take to get thrown out of this house? You know what I mean? It's got to be some protocols. Like, hey, you can't throw trash at the other renters and call them fag every 10 seconds. That's sorry.
And the one guy who says he could make some money if he only knew.
Yeah, what
what
was
is
that?
he talking
Yeah, yeah.
about?
I think it was just assumed.
Okay, hey, I'll give me $20. I'll blow you,
yeah,
bro.
he's gonna pimp you
no,
up.
yeah, you could go up. You could walk onto Geffen's yacht back then and just go, all right, I'll give you $20 if you suck my dick. Robert Kaplan would go like, okay, man, I got to do it. It's
boarding
like the
houses in the 70s employed guys to make sure no gays rented a room.
Oh, these guys. And I like it because they got the wigger guy, they got the rhinestone country guy, and they got kind of the longshoreman guy. Like they have the three thug.
Yeah.
They have the
Prototypes.
three stratus of thug. These guys have nothing to do with one of each other. But I look at the wigger guy with the huge fro and call him, drop some F-bombs if I were these guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, these guys hang out at a boarding house just waiting for people to return from work and then attack them verbally and throw trash at them.
And
then
the internet, according to the internet, he put on the short blonde wig to cover his longer than army regulation hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes no sense to put more hair on. Oh, I get it.
Hair, his Doris Day wig is every bit as long as his natural locks.
Yeah.
All right, so they throw a trash can at him, and he leaves. He gets into his... And again, I like unmotivated anger. You know what I mean? The guys are just like, I gotta get this guy. He gets in his Cortina. Or his Corvair. No, it's a Corvair.
That's a Corvair.
It's a convertible Corvair, rear end, unsafe at any speed.
Yeah.
And drives off.
Now, the motion in this model was
All right. So anyway, then the earthquake hits. Act 1.
What a classic.
Oh, you know, Act 1. Chuck Heston's an architect, right? And they're like having meetings with him. And they're like, listen, we saved a ton of dough by skimping a little on some of the engineering. And he's like, damn it, man. Those calcs were worked out in advance. If a 7.3 hits, we're all going to be dust. It's like, hey, don't worry about it, man. We saved good money on the building, but just cutting a couple of corners. And you know what's going to happen to that guy in that fucking building, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. I know everyone's talking about Daniel Penny now and Marjo Gortner.
Yes.
Later on, does he shoot those guys? Later on,
oh my God, Ace,
those thugs are looting, and now the fucking worm has turned, right?
Yeah,
because he sees those guys. Those guys' business model is we're going to sit on the stoop of this boarding house until a disaster hits, and then we'll loot. That's when we make our money. So.
It's a very specific strategy.
Yeah, they catch them looting. He catch him, and they have to kiss his ass now, right?
You know,
Thanks for that.
Oh, maybe they didn't steal these necklaces and things. Maybe they're just fags that like to dress up in women's jewels. You find any dresses in the car?
No, Jody.
Well, I guess we'll have to shoot them.
Hey, wait a minute, Jody. I was telling these guys just today to lay off. I swear to God I was. Ask them.
Yeah.
Ask them.
Sure, those naked guys on the wall, that didn't mean nothing. We knew that you lifted weights and all that crap.
Scum like you think you can get away with anything. Push people around when you want to, steal when you want to, make fun of men who have to work for a living, huh? But not today. Hey, come back, you guys. I was only kidding.
Hey, don't do that, man.
Oh.
Not like back in the store, is it, Miss Amici? No scrawny bitches coming in asking for double green stamps 2 days after the special's over, huh? None of that stuff.
He works in a supermarket.
He's unhinged.
I want this whole patrol area quarantined.
I
No
gotta
civilians ought to be allowed
believe.
through without being questioned. Can't tell, they might be looters.
What about the people trying to get through to Wilson Plaza aid station?
I like that this guy's kind
There's no
of
other clear streets
okay
around
with
here.
it, you know.
Out.
All right. I gotta believe his commanding officer would frown a little upon
Shooting at
down on you, just dropping like 22 rounds into three guys who are just standing there.
Yeah.
You know, that guy stole a necklace. All right, here we go. Also, I like that the guys took off and then he went, it's just kidding. And they're like, all right, thanks. Yeah, I get it. Well, and what's in it for them to, like, why'd they turn around? What's with the change of heart?
Well, that's the rules of engagement. They're coming back at you. They're coming right for me.
There's a lot of F-bombs dropped there.
A lot. I had to clean that up for YouTube.
Remember, I got a picture 9.5-year-old Adam Carolla sitting at the El Portal Theater going, what is this? Yeah. Is this what adulthood is like?
Yeah.
Do I have this to look forward to? Is this going to be my life?
Who took you to that?
I would just turn in bottles,
yourself?
Make money. And,
nice.
Yeah. But am I going to be the guy sitting on the brownstone stoop, or am I going to be the homo up in the unit putting the wig on? Like, which one am I going to be? Richard Roundtree was in this movie as well. Shaft.
I didn't know that.
Shaft. Yeah. And, oh, God. Oh, I just told you, but I'm sleep deprived. But from Bad News Bears.
Oh, yeah. Well, would this be on the list?
Huh?
Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau.
So would this be on the list? Like, you know how you do the most 80s movies? Would this be on the list of the most 70s movies of all time?
It's pretty.
Top 10.
It's pretty much because Chuck Heston was having an affair with Karen Black, who was in all sorts of 70s movies, and Chuck Heston's wife was a big star siren. You know, these people have these big movie careers in the 50s and the stuff, and then they'd end up on a sitcom or they'd end up in some shitty earthquake movie or something. But his wife, you'll know immediately, or she's up on the bill, whatever, up there. Chuck jogs in a jogging suit back when they had jogging suits, not like sweatsuits or sweatpants, jogging suits, like the $6 million man, you know, like he ran in a jogging suit. All you have to do is name the first 5 people in this cast. You know,
Ava Gardner?
Ava Gardner.
There she is.
Ava Gardner. Come on. You don't know Ava Gardner? Ava Gardner. Frank Sinatra's Guma. I mean, Ava Gardner is the most beautiful woman in Hollywood and all that, and now she's just doing this. She's playing this like alcoholic wife of whatever. The 70s ruined everything. Oh yeah, George Kennedy is in it. Yeah, they're all Victoria Principal's in it.
Yep.
I mean, it's who's who. Oh, Lauren Green. Yep. Yeah. We got to watch this film. You're going to have to watch this film.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Marjo Gortner is in it. I don't even know. All right, we're done. We got it. You got another? We don't need another story. We've done all you could do.
Yeah, we'll save this one for next time.